great to have you with us for the Eastern Conference Play-In Tournament. 7 and 8 seeds going at it for postseason qualification. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. Battling the Eastern Conference, this D.C. crowd hoping to watch their Wizards come out on top. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons. They've got a nice head start on this season series, up 2 games to none.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Ivy. Tries the spin move. 5 on the clock. Wizards need to get a shot off here. It's up a 3. Stewart misses. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pistons. After bursting onto the scene as a rookie, Coach Van Gundy, expectations certainly increased for Walker Kessler.
Yeah, and Kevin, I think he's handled those expectations well. He knows who he is. He's first and foremost a defensive rim protector and a rebounder. He's a rim runner on offense. He's a kick and roll guy. And he knows that he's got to continue to grow in the other areas.
Now, here's Halliburton. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
And when you have Halliburton's size as a guard, you should be comfortable working inside.
Here's Ivy, following the score by Tyrese Halliburton. Jokic a screen. Beasley with a clean look. And another miss by Washington.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now, here's Jokic. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Here's Ivy. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
Here's Nembhard. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Kessler, the screen. Halliburton for 3. It's hauled in by Stewart.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Here's Jokic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, this is the touch Jokic possesses. He can attack successfully from anywhere.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Halliburton. Washington with the rebound.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Now, here's Ivy. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Halliburton. Outside Butler to end the run. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, Butler with the quick trigger there off the catch. Nicely done.
Here's Jokic. And it's sent back by Kessler. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. Now Jokic uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Jokic is a smooth operator in tight. He won't waste many of those chances.
Halliburton looking around. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Detroit on D. They trail by 3. Here's Jokic. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Right outside. Collins up top. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Chalk up 2 there.
The touch on Halliburton's shot really opens the floor up for him, letting him get to that mid-range.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Beasley. He's covered by Halliburton. And Malik Beasley with the 3.
And when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Inside. Shot by Collins, no good. The Wizards with the lead. Jokic high post. And slam dunk by Ivy.
He's explosive. He's got great length. Ivy is who you want to target in the alley-oop game.
Pass to Collins. Here's Halliburton. Floats it up for Butler. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
2 teammates in total sync. Butler getting good position and not taking any chances on the finish.
Now, here's Jokic. Shakes him. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, and one little pump fake, and he had all the time he needed to go hard to the rack.
It's one of the most reliable moves you can make, GA. So pretty when it works. Here's Richards. No scoring in this one. Here's Butler. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
Man with it. Halliburton picks him up. For 3, Beasley. It's good on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 3.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Halliburton. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. And this might not be the end of the road, Greg, for whichever one of these teams loses this game. They still have another shot in the second game of the play-in tournament. But all the same, it's not a scenario either coach wants to face.
No, this is the game where you want to take care of business. And there's the added incentive of facing the number 2 seed in the first round and not having to face the top dog. Don't count out how important that is.
That would make the road ahead even tougher. You can be sure, Greg, we're going to see both these teams putting it all on the line tonight in the quest for the 7th seed.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And here is Wright. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Nembhard. Shoots over man. A shot by Nembhard, no good. So it's the Wizards now. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Chatted with Brian Keefe. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so you have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Nembhard. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. Here's Richards. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
To the paint. Here's Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Pass to Richards. Back to Nembhard. Great D that time from Bagley.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Mitchell wide open. No good on the three. Pistons trailed by 3. To the middle. Ball stolen. Fast break. Here we go. Knocked away. Here's Bagley. It's deflected. Right for 3. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And so it's... And welcome for the second quarter of this critical play-in game. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, guys, your thoughts?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Here's Halliburton. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Ivey. Clark outside. Off target at the rim.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Collins. 6 to shoot. Halliburton, no good. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And it's Fontecchio in the corner. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Clark. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Pistons ball. Pistons substitution. Number 24. Walker. Kessler.
Basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
Pass to Hackett. Outside Collins. Back to Hawkins. 4 on the clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, night in and night out, Jaquez loves to attack the middle of that defense.
Now here's Lee. Beyond the arc. Traps in the tray.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
The Pistons trailing. Pass to Jaquez. Now Kessler. Collins up top. Unloads. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Well, when you're not right up on Collins, he senses that, and he can make you pay off the catch.
John Collins was a force in his first few years, Stan, but hasn't seemed to match that level of success since that time. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a few reasons, Kevin. Number one, I just think it's a lot about opportunity, and he went from being the number 2 guy on a team to being the 3rd, 4th, even at times 5th guy on the floor, so he's not getting as much opportunity. He doesn't have as much opportunity to play some of his minutes as a center now, and that was always where he could get a quickness advantage. So even where he is now, though, this guy is a very good player and has gotten to the point he's underrated. Good to see Stewart playing with aggression. This is how he attracts contact.
He hits both from the stripe. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Pass to right. Stolen by Mitchell. And here we go. Washington fast break. Jokic with it. Nemhard grabs the board.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And the dunk by Boucher. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Here's Jokic. Pass to Stewart. They get the rebound. A slam by Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic, one of the league leaders in offensive rebounding throughout his career.
Outside Butler for 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Timeout.
Well, he's already got 9 points from 3-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
And we've got a timeout call by Brian Keefe. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the Pistons making a change here. Washington trail. Pass to Jokic. Rebounded by the Pistons.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Butler at the elbow. Butler gets a step. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, one thing we know about Jimmy Butler, if he gets going downhill, look out.
Here's Jokic. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Detroit leading by 4. And the points coming for them now, Greg and Bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Nemhard's shot is good.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Here's Jokic. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Jokic just got 4 points this quarter. Nemhard with it. Outside Williams. Butler deciding where to go with it. Top of the key. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Beasley outside. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Outside Butler. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Stewart. Wizards trailed by 6. Pass to Jokic. Back to Stewart. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Stewart's got 7 points.
Well, a little physicality just isn't enough to stop a big guy like Isaiah Stewart inside.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
Now, here's Ivy. Butler with the steal. The 10-footer. Itadze. Bagley with the rebound. Now, Ivy. He's got 8. Lobbed up there for Clark. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, Ivy doing a good job of keeping the ball moving to set his teammate up.
Here's Butler going inside. Washington with the rebound. And here's Ivy. Pass to Clark. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
He's off on the second.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, here's Halliburton. 9 points in the game so far. Down low. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
On the wing, Williams. Nothing on the board. Here's Halliburton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Brandon Clark.
So valuable to this team. Halliburton gives them whatever they need when they need it. This guy is both patient and prolific.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Has to lead. .116 left in the first half of the game.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Pass to Collins. Hawkes right side. 6 on the shot clock. And he elevates for the slam dunk, and Marvin Bagley did not like that.
Yeah, he's such a competitive guy. Hawkes Jr. just willing that ball in.
Now, here's Mitchell. Still yet to score. Has to lead. Bagley the screen. Pulls from the top of the key. No good from Lee.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Back to Hawkes. Outside for Halliburton. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
And he's such an efficient three-point shooter. Halliburton has an outstanding feel for when to fire from deep.
Mitchell outside. Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Halliburton inside the three-point line. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 5. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. Hi, everyone. Glad to have you back for third quarter action of the play-in game. Pistons leading by 5. It's Nembhard on the wing. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser too.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Off and running right out the bat here to start the second half.
Pass to Nembhard. Kessler with it. Still scoreless. Elbow shot is on the way. No good that time. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
And the dunk by Boucher.
A bona fide playmaker. Halliburton makes his teammates better.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Now, here's Jokic. He's got 10. And Stewart gets it to go.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Nembhard. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Three-pointer, Butler. Washington with the rebound.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Stewart in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Stewart's got 12.
And Stewart is showing his scoring prowess. A guy who can bully you inside, but also space you out on the perimeter.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The Pistons trailing. Halliburton outside. Now Boucher. Here's Kessler. Just 5 on the clock. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And Beasley now atop the key. And Washington again with the bucket.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Outside Butler. Kessler the screen. Looking to end the run. Hard earned by Butler.
You gotta be impressed with Jimmy's playoff pick and roll action. He's so skilled at creating his shot.
Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
The defense has had no answer for Nikola Jokic. He's getting whatever he wants out there.
Outside Butler. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Now into the lineup for the Pistons. Going up to Townsend. John
Halliburton right side. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Wright. Driving to the basket. And the dunk by Wright.
He's a good passer. I think that gets lost in Collins' ability to score the ball.
Jokic a screen. Ivy with it. Halliburton picks him up. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Pistons.
Here's Ivy. He's got 8.
Number 45.
Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jokic. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And here's Halliburton. 14 points for him. And he makes good on the layup. Halliburton's got 16 points.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
Man gets the bucket. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Halliburton on the wing. Lobbed up there for Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Using his size inside, Collins refusing to settle for the layup and elects the dunk instead.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 12. That misses off the backboard. Halliburton with it. All alone. It's hauled in by Stewart. Washington trailing. Now, here's Ivy. 8 points for him. And the dunk by Stewart.
Well, where was the defense? You can't let a big man like Stewart get this deep.
Halliburton on the wing. And stolen by Ivy. Now, man. He's got 5. They get it back. Inside is Jokic territory. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And another thing they did well was just keep the effort up offensively. Lots of boards leading to extra opportunities, which they converted.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. Here's Butler. He's got 19. It's hauled in by Stewart. Washington leading now by 3. And here is Mitchell. He has yet to score. Beasley for 3. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Pass to Bitadze. Back to right. Outside Butler. Shot to stop the run. He can't get that one to fall.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Stewart a screen. Mitchell with it. To the inside. Clark. Another shot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Collins.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
He hits the second from the line. Pistons trailed by 7. Outside Collins. Back to Nembhard. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Wizards leading by 5. Now, here's Ivy. 8 points for him. Pass to Fontecchio. Nice ball movement by Washington. Kept alive. Here's Clark. Misses in close.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
3rd team foul.
1:37 left in the third quarter. Spins. 5 to shoot. Ivy, no one around him. Buries it from three-point range. Ivy's got 11.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jaden Ivey gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
And he's good on the second. And it's Wright with the ball for Detroit. Pass to Hawkins. Now Kessler. Covered by Lee. A wide open look here for Wright. Here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, Kessler to the rescue, using his size to win the rebound, and then quickly going on the attack himself.
Now, here's Jokic. 14 points for him.
And they answer right back with as much force as possible.
This is a heavyweight battle, and both teams trading punches. Here's Kessler. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Nembhard. Count it, and the foul. It goes on Jaden Ivey. Detroit shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Nembhard. Wizards leading by 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Walker Kessler. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Pistons trail by 5. Pass to Kessler. Now Nemhard. It's good. Nemhard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. With 1 on the clock, and it is good! The buzzer! Wow!
1 eye on the rim, 1 eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good.
72.
And thanks for joining us for this fourth quarter of this play-in game. Washington leading now by 5. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Mitchell's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Pistons trail by 8. Pass to Boucher. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Now into the lineup.
Here's Halliburton. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And I like the feel that Jaquez has. A high IQ player.
Mitchell with it. Halliburton picks him up. The drive by Mitchell. Kessler with the rebound.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Outside Williams. Bagley with the rebound. Wizards leading by 6. And it's Clark in the corner. Pass to Fontecchio. They grab their own miss. Headshot off. Here are the Pistons with the ball. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Here's Halliburton. Rebounded by the Wizards. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. To the middle. Here's Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Halliburton outside. And he makes that one. Halliburton's got 20.
And I'll give this to Halliburton. He's been in attack mode all night.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Lee outside. Hit by Clark. Clock at 6. No good from Lee. Pistons trailed by 6. Halliburton with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Pass to Williams. Now Jaquez. And Kessler throws it down.
Inexcusable defense. You can't let Kessler get established inside like this.
And it's Clark in the corner. shot. No good. He's now missed more than he's made. 4 for 9. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Nobody near Williams. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Washington. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Clark, and then Clark slams it in.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Outside Williams. Left side Halliburton. Pass to Hackett. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 6 points for Jaime Jaquez.
What a setup for Jaquez Jr. All he has to do is focus and shoot.
Outside Bagley. From outside, off the mark. Pistons trailed by 4. Halliburton with it. Now defended by Mitchell. And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Here's Nembhard. Pass to Collins. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Clock at 4. Shoots. A shot by Nembhard. No good. Washington leading now by 4. It's Beasley on the wing. And here's Jokic. Collins grabs the miss. Halliburton with it. Outside Butler. Back to Halliburton. Yes! And the foul. It goes on Jaden Ivey.
Oh, the balance and focus. Halliburton able to power through contact and convert.
The free throw off from Halliburton. Now, here's Ivey. Beasley the screen. Stewart in the corner. Halliburton with the steal. Here's Nembhard. That evens the score. Nembhard's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That'll be his second foul of the game. Detroit making a switch here.
Pistons substitution. Number 9.
Now, Jokic. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
Outside Butler. On top, Nembhard. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Nembhard's got the game tied up here for Detroit.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Outside Butler. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, Brian Keefe reviewing the game plan with his team during that last time out. Now it's a close one, so coach asked his team to keep their focus. He said this game's going to come down to mistakes. If we play clean, we'll win. Great game tonight. Let's see how it winds up, guys.
Thanks, David.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Pass to Kessler. Butler with the ball. By Beasley. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Fantastic ball movement
They're picking them apart with their passing.
This guy is tough as nails. You love Butler's competitive spirit.
To the left wing. Here's Stewart. And it's sent back by Kessler. Here's Halliburton. With the drive.
And there's a toughness to Halliburton's game. Tyrese has zero issues taking the bomb.
That free throw missing.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid from there.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pass to Jokic. Banked in off the glass. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, when you need a bucket, run the offense through Jokic.
Outside Butler. Back to Halliburton. Kessler the screen. Here's Nembhard. Goes back up. No good on the shot. Good defense by Jokic. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Wizards. A 2-point game. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Halliburton outside. Butler on the way. Pulls it from the elbow. That one drops for him. Butler's got 24.
Oh, this is what Butler is known for. Elevating his game in crucial moments.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Calling for the ball and taking over. Ivy with great confidence in the game to back it up.
Outside Butler. It drops. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure? Sometimes you just have to admire the greatness of Jokic. No doubt when it matters most.
Free throw, good. Jokic. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Nembhard. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just one.
And not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Guys, what are their best options now?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
First personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that could put them up by 2.
At the line for the Wizards.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
To the paint. Here's Nembhard. Halliburton outside. In the corner, Collins with it. Outside Butler. The 3 ball. The 3 won't fall. And there it is. The Washington Wizards come away with a huge win.
They don't teach him how to pump fake. Big shot. I ain't tripping, I don't wanna lose count. Talking my, it was just us. Up drive, hop in my ride, pay me that. On the west side, on the 110, swinging. Let's grill, let's spill, spin a few crumbs. Pop smoke, young, no too much. Spaceships, fake broke, Kanye, young, don't stay too long.